In this video, we're going to talk about the Production Job Board. The Production Job Board is designed to give production managers as well as shop personnel the opportunity to view jobs in progress, see where they are, see if there's any sticking points that need to be addressed, and so on. So let's take a look at the job board first, and we'll talk about some of the filtering capabilities on this afterwards. So first of all, in the job list, I can have either line items that are single jobs or grouped items over here as an example that are multiple line items that are assembled to go through the exact same workflow. I have the order information, the job information, and more of the details of the item and the customer and so on off to the left-hand side towards the center. The workflows that I'm using here are all the same with the exception of this one, but you can see the different workflows that are available, okay? So what I'm looking at over here are the different stages: pre-production, production, and post-production. And down below I have the different work centers that are assigned to each one of these stages. So when I mouse over them, I can get a hint that shows me the full name of the work center itself. In this case, DG is digital graphics, and VA is vendor artwork, graphics, vendor buyout, and so on, okay? Now, when I see something that is light blue, it means that this work center has not started on the job yet, okay? Whether or not it was scheduled for this time or scheduled in the future date, it just shows that it has not started yet. When I see something that is a darker blue, then it indicates that this particular work center has completed its portion of the work, okay? If the entire job is complete, then all work centers will be blue, all right? Down below, I can see that this work center has a yellowish color, and this indicates that this particular work center was skipped in this workflow for one reason or another. It didn't apply. When I see a work center with a red line underneath it, it means that this particular work center is past due. It has not met its scheduled date. It is scheduled to be done, but it hasn't been completed yet. So this calls my attention to why are these late? This job indicates that it may not be delivered in time because it's already late in 3 different departments. Down below here, when I see a green work center, it means that it is in progress. It has started working, but it has not been clocked out yet. So there is a start date and time, but there is not a completion time in this, so it is currently in progress. And when I see a red box, this indicates that somebody in this work center has stopped the job in this work center and there could be some sort of an issue. So these are the colors that help me identify where there could be some problems in my production area. You can see down below here that all of these departments are past due, okay? So that gives me some critical information I need to look at. All right, as it relates to looking at this information in the lists over here, there are a couple of options. I'm going to start over here with just showing you the groups that I can group by customer. And if I do that, then over here, it's going to file all of these by customer. If I want, I can do customer and order number, and that's going to show me the customer name plus the order number. And then of course, finally, I have just the order number by itself, and that's another way that I can look at these. So you have a preference to choose from when it comes to communicating the information of how you want to see it. This is all by user, so one user can view the information one way, while another user can view the information another way, okay? It's just a filter that's on screen. So I'll clear out of this. Now the next thing I can do is I can identify the workflows. So over here I can go in here and I can look for a particular workflow. So this is another way to shorten the list or refine what it is you're working on with particular workflows, okay? Another thing you want to note is that as I start building the search criteria, you'll notice that there is an acrylic signs workflow and it's a tag, and I can go ahead and I can either delete it by clicking on this or I can eliminate it over here, okay? So if I do that, now it shows all the groups again. So another thing I can do is I can click on the work centers, and when I take a look at a work center like digital graphics as an example, now it's going to show me all of the digital graphic work centers in gray. So if I'm in digital graphics, I want to know where things are, I can easily call these all out and see them on screen, okay? Now you can see here that I have the digital graphics tag. If I want to include that with a workflow, like acrylic as an example, now it's going to further refine my search. One of the things I can do is if I want to just get rid of one of these, I can eliminate this and now it'll filter just on digital graphics, excluding the workflow itself, okay? So in order to use the scan in codes and the scan out codes for starting and stopping times, you have to be filtered on a work center. Okay, so let me show you. If I click this, these will not be applicable because you have to be a specific work center to be able to scan in a barcode or scan out at a time. Okay, you can override that at any time by just putting in the information here, or overriding the duration of the time and so on. But if you want to use a barcode scanner, you can go ahead and do that. When you search on this and you choose like assembly as an example, and now we're going to go over here and say scan in, this would allow me to, with my barcode, to scan in the process codes in, and then close it, and it'll start the clock on that particular job. Same thing will happen for scanning out, that when I have the tracking sheet that I'm going to use, I'll be able to scan that information out as well with my barcode reader, and it'll stop the clock on that particular work center. Okay, so where do I get that tracking sheet as an example? If you click print over here, you have to be on a work center. In order to do it, you have to have a work center selected. And if you click over here and you say print tracking sheet, and you click print, then basically it'll give you the tracking sheet information. So if you scan these items out, or you choose which ones you want to be scanning on, you can scan them out, etc., or scan them in, and that'll be a way to get all those jobs to start if you don't want to use the manual process for starting and stopping jobs within the actual job board itself. Okay, by clicking on this and clicking start and stop, etc. Okay, so you can do either of those things. All right, now over here, what you're going to do is that if you want to filter on due date as an example, you have some pre-packaged dates that you can choose from, as well as custom ranges. Okay, so if you want to put like next month for an example, you can see the ones that are coming up next month, and that tag gets added to your search criteria. You also have the scheduled start dates, so you can look for scheduled start dates, like for instance this month, it'll show you what's taking place this month and so on, and of course scheduled end dates. Okay, and then finally you have the ability over here to print a few more things. Okay, as far as your report options are available to you, so you can click on this as an example, print out another one, and get some more information available to you to print to the printer. There's one last thing over here to show you, is that you actually have some additional options here. You can print your shop production order here. You can also open up the construction details and have access to that, and then of course show the job information right here again. Okay, so that pulls that out. All right, thanks for watching. This is the production job board as part of the production series of Mothernode CRM.